Hey guys, today is August the 21st of 2019, and I wanted to do a video, and I think I'm going to title it Gann's Conjunct Technique. It's pretty much trying to find the cause and effect in the past to forecast in the future. So as an example, I'm gonna pull up a chart. Don't worry, it's not gonna be the Aussie. I'm gonna use gold, just because gold is a hot topic today in these days. So I figure I talk about gold. I'll not talk about gold, talk about the technique, but use the gold chart. So let's get into it. So this is the gold chart, and what I want to focus on is going all the way somewhere around here. Gann used astrology to do his trading. He did a lot of different techniques. One of them, which is very simple, and like I said, I call it the Conjunct Technique. It's when the planets become one. Some say that the conjunct is really not a transit. Transit is when the planets are separated from themselves and they do a 60, they do different angles, 90, opposition, 180. But the conjunct is when the planets are one. So as an example, I'm going to scroll right here. Let's see. There, right here you have Mercury and you have Mars, and I'm going day by day. And you see how they're getting really close, really close, really close. So somewhere between the June 18th, June 17th, that right there, when they really got together, is when they're one. I mean, it gets to the point where they're just kind of almost on top of each other, but they're conjunct. And then Mercury passes Mars, and it keeps going. For those that are questioning, I have whole sign houses. I go back and forth between whole signs and equal, just because that's what the ancients used. There's two schools of thought. Some say they use wholes. I mean, they used a bunch of different ones, but the Hellenistic era used a lot of the whole signs and equal and quadrants and stuff like that. So I'm more in between the whole sign and equal. So you see that's where the signs they switch. But anyway, so that's what a whole conjunction is. When the planets, I'll show you another example, the Mercury and the Sun. Interesting. Right at the midheaven. So on May 21st of 2019, the Sun and Mercury were conjunct. They were like one. Oneness. What was May 21st? Where am I? 20. When was this? 2019. So that was this year. May 21st. Right there. Let's get a little closer. That was May 21st. The swing low, maybe not the swing low in price, but it could be close here. There was just a base here. But May 21st, 2019, the swing point low of this upward move. So now we put our ephemeris. What do we see? We see Mercury right here I'm going to make it real simple. There's also two schools of thought. The ancients, obviously, only used the sun, Mercury, sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Those were the only planets they had, or they were aware of, and they could see in the sky and track their movements. So this is going way back in the ancient times. So if you wanted to really keep it, esoteric, which you can trade like that. There's nothing wrong with it. This is it. The ephemeris using the sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Which, if you look at it, it's much cleaner. Mercury conjunct the sun on May 21st of 2019. You can look at it, for a modern mind, not an astrologer, it was like, Mercury just crossed the sun. You can look at it that way. That's easy. That's the simplest way. So you want to look at, Mercury crossed Mars. That's good in my book to keep it simple. Mercury pulled back in. Look at it as a simple moving average, just to keep it simple. Mercury pulled back in, as a moving average and crossed over Mars, crossed over the sun, crossed over Venus. You see what movements we had here? It's pretty much chop. Nothing really happens. So you see, it's sometimes you get some good stuff. Sometimes it's just nothing. It's noise. The art that Gann figured out is which ones are the good ones. Also with other stuff, lining up that this could be a possibility of a swing low. So May 21st, let's look at it right here. This is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. See right here. 20, very close. 21. The sun and Mercury became one. Created a swing low, popped up. Now, to give you some research, what you want to do is now maybe just go and look at Mercury and Sun transits. Not Mercury and Sun conjunctions. In the past, that's what cause and effect is. So look at the Mercury Sun here. Nothing there. Mercury and Sun crossed right here. You could have gotten a nice little scalp. It was on the 29th. Popped up here. Probably would have hit the RSI, overbought. Could have scalped it down. A lot of chop here, but then eventually started going up. So this is what is cause and effect looking in the back. That's not bad. Flush down, a couple of points. Really chop, nothing there. So just go look back and see what Mercury and the Sun has done. Nothing really there. So you see, it's not going to always happen. That's nice. Short it. Got this whole thing. Look at that. Wow. I'm just showing you this as an example so you could kind of back test things. Look at that. That was perfect. You couldn't get it better than this. But not only this, there was some other things involved that confirmed that this was going to be a high probability trade. Maybe doing some Elliott wave, looking at some indicators, using the Gann grid, cycle analysis, and this could have given you the trigger. Look at that. Nice. Look at that. This is called back testing, and this is looking at cause and effect. But don't worry. We have We got 7 planets that you have to do this to and see. I mean, what was here that caused it so nice to do a nice little swing top? So then, you add all these back, and then you keep researching. So you see there was nothing there. Maybe there was something here, but it was far away. But you get my idea. Now, if you want to add the bigger planets, or what I call the outer planets, which is that Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And here you go over here, setting, restrictions. You had all these big boys. No, I'm taking them out. It's backwards. There you go. Now you got all the planets. Now you want to look at that swing high. And this, mind you, is Neptune. So it hit Neptune right on the dot. Whatever the high was, 15 something, 45 around there. It hit it right on the tick where Neptune planetary line is. And what triggered that? I mean, it was probably, whatever this is. I know it's the sun, and it's probably Venus. Yep, the sun and Venus. So then you want to look back at the sun and Venus. Has there been a lot of, swing tops, swing highs on the sun and Venus? But that's a nice example right there. And then you kind of look at the swing low. We know this was Sun and Mercury. What about here? This was February the 20th. Wow, look at that. Mercury and Neptune. So you see, the ancients didn't, thought, well, it's only, obviously they only saw 7 planets out there in the sky. So that's what they all used. But there's something to the outer planets too and the inner planets. Look at that. Mercury and Neptune got this swing high. And then you want to look at Mercury and Neptune and look in the past with the gold. I mean, that was a nice little swing high. And you keep going, and then you look at the swing low. And, this sometimes there's nothing there. If it was here, they just flushed everybody that was, I guess, long, because there was basing here, and got everybody out. And it found support here at the uranium. Not uranium. I got uranium in my head. Uranus. Right here. Nope. It's like the lights went out. No, it came back. Anyway, so you get my idea. See here, nothing there. But you wanna keep track and find a cause and effect. Let's look at another one. Let's find a good one. Let's just pick this one, Mercury, because this was nice, and this was recent. So you want to look at the stuff that's been happening recently. So Mercury and Neptune, let's do it, and then I'll end this video. Mercury and Neptune. I want Neptune, and then I want Mercury. That's it. Those two. And I mean, this could probably be maybe the outer planets with the smaller ones get you the nice, big moves where they end. So the next time Mercury hit Neptune was around here, and that was kind of more chopped. Nothing really there. Let's keep going. Right here, you're kind of in the middle. Not great. Not the best. Well, here, that's nice. I like that right there. I like that. Taking a nice little short, put it on, stop on the top, see what happens, let it play out. Maybe put a trend line going down in this thing, and once it breaks, just get out. So that one was good. That was March the 10th, and you keep going. You keep looking at what I call the cause and effect. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. March 18th, 2015. Got that low. Nice little thing. You probably would have put a trend line. Probably got out here. There's nothing there. But yeah, just looking at the Mercury, Neptune. Wow, look at that. I mean, you were close. So close. You're so close. But nothing there. You could do some statistics, you know, how many times does the Mercury Neptune conjunction, what kind of statistics you could get out of that. And that's how you pretty much, you know, validate some of these techniques. Look at that. And then it just tanked. And this technique is just isolating just a conjunction between two planets. And it was a little choppy, but then it popped. But you get the idea. Nothing there. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you like the video. Here and there I'll make some videos of different techniques and different things you could do to back test. But this only worked on this instrument. It's not going to be the same, you know, you're not going to get the same results on another instrument if you trade commodities or whatever. Everything is vibrating to a different, you know, energy and frequency. So, and you can see that there's a whole bunch of them here. You know, you got a whole bunch of planets. So there's a lot of opportunities that you could probably get when these things, you know, happen. Like in the future, there's going to be a Mercury next year. Right now, coming up, you have the September. Oh, let's see. If it's the sun, there's a lot of things going on with the sun. Right here, there's going to be a conjunction on August the 24th. There's going to be a conjunction on September 2nd. The 3rd. That's going to be this is what I call a cluster. So something interesting could be happening with gold on September 2nd, 3rd, because there's a bunch of planets kind of really getting all close together, feeling some love. So if this is pulling back, it could be a nice opportunity where maybe it makes a swing low and goes up. Just food for thought, just something for you to think about, but something for you to research and dig deeper and look at it, the instrument you trade. And, you know, you could use Astrolog, you could use different platforms or softwares that you use, and just kind of back test and look in the past, the cause and effect of conjunctions on your instrument, and see what's coming up in the future, and just kind of have a, you know, probability, and maybe do some statistics of how many times this conjunction has caused a high or a low, and then play the probability card, and then just watch price action and see what happens. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on tips and tricks on Gann techniques.